Mason Greenwood, do you want him back at Manchester United? Do you have a say if he'll return to Manchester United? Are our hands forced in how we want this to play out? One way or another, it will be decided by the end of this season. Do we look at football matters, or have you just had enough of the whole situation and everything that has gone past? We're discussing it all tonight on the show, and I want your comments on it. I want your opinion on it. We're going to look at it from the side of Manchester United. Do we have to accept the inevitable in Mason Greenwood's return to Manchester United? We've got news about what's been happening over at Getafe for Mason Greenwood. I'm going to update you on a few things injury-wise with the club as well, looking ahead to Galatasaray and getting your thoughts on that goal yesterday. Again, if you missed the show yesterday, and obviously our thoughts now go towards Galatasaray away and Champions League football. Can we survive? This is United Vibe. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you so much for all your input yesterday and over the weekend. It was an absolute humdinger of a game. Well, it wasn't a humdinger of a game. It was a pretty shocker. Pretty much a shocking game, but honestly, we were even bothered about the quality of the game when you're seeing goals like that. Alejandro Garnacho, take a boo, my son. What an absolute blinder that guy played. I mean, Mainoo as well. We got loads to get into, but obviously another graduate of Manchester United's academy is doing the rounds on the snide at the moment. I don't mean that in a snidey way. I just mean people are not willing to actually discuss the actual football side of Mason Greenwood right now because they're scared of everything else that the conversation brings about. And that's fair enough. It is. It is an awkward situation. Richard Arnold has left the club, I feel, simply because of how he handled the Mason Greenwood situation. It was a farce. It was diabolical. The expectations of Manchester United and the fan base just accepting what was coming was ridiculous on its own. I'm not surprised he is one of the first names out of the club. When Sir Jim Radcliffe does take charge, I think there'll be a few more like we've discussed already. But the main part of it, I feel, was Mason Greenwood with Richard Arnold, and how he handled that whole situation was just, like I said, it was farcical, embarrassing for the football club, embarrassing for him and his profession, and just showed how out of touch Manchester United really are with situations like this, and how out of touch and inside that bubble of Manchester United, the staff are as well. They actually think that everything is all right on the outside. Clueless. And I'm glad that people like this are actually going to be out of the football club, because they give this football club a bad name and they will drag us through the mud. But getting into Mason Greenwood, and I want your thoughts on this as well, everybody. Mason Greenwood is, I don't know if you've seen the goal that Greenwood scored at the weekend. Oh, dear God. Only a goal from Alejandro Garnacho, an overhead kick, absolute belter, would surpass this one, because I haven't seen a sweeter strike until Garnacho the day after than Greenwood's goal for Getafe this weekend. If you haven't had a chance to look at it, go and have a look. Oh, my God. We're keeping this conversation to football, by the way, guys, because that's what this is all about. So, yeah, looking ahead and looking at this whole saga and everything, the rumours are, well, they're not rumours. The facts are, obviously, there's been reports in Spain, obviously. He's having a decent season. He's had a good start. His manager's come out saying he's not even anywhere near his potential yet. He's already got 4 goals and 3 assists this season for Getafe, and he's just finding his feet. He's not played for nearly 2 years as well. So there is going to be a scramble, I think, for Mason Greenwood. The questions are going to be asked, and they're going to keep on coming. If he keeps on turning out performances like he is in Spain, then that question is going to be asked. I mean, there are scouts out there right now for Premier League football clubs looking at Mason Greenwood. That's been confirmed. Now you start to look at it and go, well, Manchester United cannot afford to let Mason Greenwood go to another Premier League club. They can't let that happen in their minds, in my opinion. Super chat in from Colin. Colin, all the way over from top of the league. Thank you, my man. Much love. Just dropping in to say hi. I appreciate that, mate. Brilliant stuff. Hope you have a good one, Colin. Hope you're having a nice day, nice evening, whatever you're up to today. Loving the stuff. There is my man, Tom Fletcher, in the chat. He won a mystery shirt on the draw yesterday. Tom, buzzing to have you in the chat. Wish you was on it yesterday when it was announced, mate, but good to get you on the stream after, my friend. Brilliant stuff. And obviously, hopefully you've seen that. I've not checked my Instagram DMs over the last hour, mate. Sorry about that, but we'll get that sorted to you and get your mystery shirt over to you as soon as possible, my friend. Brilliant stuff. And loving all of the contributions that come with. Let's get back down to talking the important stuff. That is, what Manchester United need, what Manchester United are going through right now, I think we can all safely say that Manchester United, money-wise, we're screwed, basically. Financial fair play is crippling United, and we're going to have to find different ways to make things work within the January transfer window, summer transfer window for the next few seasons. So Jim Ratcliffe's investment isn't going anywhere near the playing staff when it does get announced. So what do? How do we manage it? Obviously, this season, we've seen Kobe Mainoo come through and his performance yesterday. That's another spot probably filled in midfield and making the Amrabat signing irrelevant completely. But we need a squad. We need players. We've got plenty of injuries and everything like that. We know this already. But I feel like Manchester United now, when you've got players like Mason Greenwood, who is getting better and better and better this season, and like I said, for footballing reasons, and that's what this chat is all about here, I just don't see how Manchester United can handle this any other way. We cannot afford, as a football club, to be letting a player go who is in form like that. A striker, which we know we need, and we know his qualities. Manchester United are going to be keeping hold of Mason Greenwood. I think he's going to be coming back and playing in the Manchester United shirt. I know that's going to upset a lot of people. I know some people are really uncomfortable with the whole situation. The football side of things, the way that Manchester United work, I'm asking you right now, the poll is up there like that. Do you think Mason Greenwood will return? This really isn't about our opinions. I think we're going to have to just accept that this is going to happen. That's my opinion on this. I just feel like Mason Greenwood will be brought back by Manchester United. I don't think they had any intention of letting him go, which is why it was just a loan deal. And the fact that now he is proving himself on the pitch again and holding Getafe up and playing well, and he has been seriously lauded by the Getafe manager and his teammates at the moment. He's starting to find that Mason Greenwood form that we know he has got. This becomes a problem now because Manchester United cannot afford to be letting assets like that go. Mason Greenwood on his day is £100 million striker. He is that good. There's no one better with both feet than Mason Greenwood. You only have to look at his left foot strike from now on 25 yards out at weekend for Getafe to show you how good he actually is. I feel like the club is financially struggling. And are we going to be able to go out in the market and buy that quality of player? We've got Mason Greenwood there. He is going to end up coming back to Manchester United. Our opinions are going to count for nothing at the end of the day. Manchester United have to find a way around financial fair play. We've got a homegrown player in Mason Greenwood who basically is on our books and ready to play football by the end of this season. The loan spell, I think, will do him good. I think he'll learn a lot. Hopefully he's matured a lot. He's learned from what's happened. Again, opinions are going to fly about from what is and what was with the whole saga that we all went through as a fan base and how it was handled. But when it comes down to football and when that ball's on the pitch and Mason Greenwood is playing, he is a world-class player. He's an outstanding player. And can you honestly see Manchester United allowing that to slip through the door? And with the scouts that are circulating right now in Spain from the Premier League, like being reported, can Manchester United afford to let him go elsewhere? Because someone else will take him. He will be playing football, and I think he'll be playing football back in England in the next couple of years. Whether or not Manchester United like the idea of him coming back or not, his contract is running down. And I feel like within the next couple of years, United will make that decision. I just think we knew what they were doing. We've seen the actual crap that came out from United and how it was going to be dealt with before they got a sense from the fan base, before they put the feelers out. Manchester United had a full script that Mason Greenwood was going to be announced to be coming back into the squad. This is where it was going. And then they got the backlash. And then it ended up with Mason Greenwood and that whole return being scrapped. You got sent out on loan. And there you go. C'est la vie. That was Mason Greenwood spending the year in Spain. And everyone forgetting about him a little bit. But as long as Mason Greenwood keeps on doing what he's doing in Spain, the inevitable questions are going to keep on coming. You cannot ignore a raw talent like that. And it doesn't matter. Sadly, it doesn't matter what has happened or what has gone by. everything will move on, and Mason Greenwood will be playing football at the highest level. Will Manchester United allow that to happen? Because it will be for a rival, because Mason Greenwood is that good. Quick questions and responses to that. Let's get through the chat right now. Let's see. Spot on, Adam. He is 100 million striker. He will be back, like it or not. It's a mad situation. That was from John, sorry, by the way. UK Strain says it's a mad situation because he's a player we need right now. We've been crying out for a striker, and we've got one there that we can't use. It's killer, isn't it, for the club? Evening, Adam. Will you be doing United games on here or top of the league? It's mainly going to be on top of the league, and then we're going to be coming across and getting the reaction on here. I want to make this channel a bit different. I don't want to be the norm, and we're building something a bit different with this channel and alongside top of the league as well. I just feel like the content market is, let's just say, it's very saturated, and there's a lot going on, isn't there? So it will be different on my channel. That's what I want. I want it to be about us and the community that we're building right now. I'm looking for 30,000 before Christmas subscribers. That is the target. That's the short-term target. I am going to be going for that silver plaque, by the way. So if you are tuning in for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you like the video as well, guys, while you're at it, because your guys and your opinions are what count on this channel as well. Donnell says his goal was crazy good. It was a mistake if we let him go, says Ryan86. Before we know it, we'll be fighting to keep Kobe 2, it says Tom Fletcher. This is it. We've got a lot of talent coming through our youth system at the moment, and it's really good. I want to get into that next, actually, after this conversation about Mason Greenwood. Can't judge Mainoo from one game, says Rajat. No, we can't. But it's a good start, and to come in and be as composed as he was in a game of high pressure as that, you've got to give him credit for that, and you've got to look on the positive side of it, definitely, 100%. Kieran says, I'd let him go. Don't care. He's vile. That's another opinion on it there. It's been positive so far, but this is what I wanted to do to show it, to test where everyone was at with Mason Greenwood on this. Keep the kid. He's a young lad, says AJ. Hi, Adam. How tall are you? Random, Jensk, but I'm 6'4". Thank you for the question. One thing I've learned in my 73 years is that you shouldn't believe everything you hear without seeing it with your own eyes. We all make mistakes in life. Just forgive and forget, says Israel Barak. There'll be a lot of people that do agree with you on that one, mate, but there'll be a few people that don't agree as well, because a lot of people can't unsee or unhear what they saw and what they heard, and that is the problem in it. How long will it take for that to calm down, and will it ever calm down? This is the thing. It's going to bring a lot of heat, and it's if he can handle it and the club can handle it the right way this time. Let's see. Mason Greenwood, Garnacho on the wings. Sounds dangerous. I think Mason's better as a striker, personally. Highland and Mason, that could be dangerous. But we all see and heard what he did. There you go, Craig. Pretty much said it there. That is always going to be the biggest sticking point in all of this. It is. I can't see him coming back to the Prem next season. You might end up at Inter or Juve. Imagine the fans here, as and other clubs, and abuse he would get, rightly or wrongly. That is the world, and that's what he's going to have to live with now. It's if he's prepared. United spotlight, I think, if he can handle that and still play football. When he starts scoring goals, we'll see how everything moves on. If it does move on, I think that's going to be it. If he comes back in any way, shape or form, like I said, he's going to have scouts all over. Everyone will be expecting United to make a decision, and everyone, and I mean all the big clubs around Europe, will be ready to pounce on Mason Greenwood. They will. They'll be waiting. He's going to get double figures this season. He's already got 7 goal contributions in 11 games for Getafe. And the manager said he's only just coming back he's coming back to a better form now. There's so much more to come. So if United do release Greenwood or they don't bring him back, he is going to a rival within European football or even the Premier League. You can guarantee it. I don't see the club allowing that to happen. And that's why I feel, in my opinion, he will be coming back to the club. And I don't think Manchester United are going to risk it. I don't. I think they'll try and... it's going to be a big PR circus, obviously, around it. But I think they'll figure a way around it. I really do. And that's just my opinion on it. I think United will want to find a way to bring him back in. I wonder why clubs like Liverpool and Chelsea idolise racist and in the past, and players that are still to this day praised by the likes of Sky Sports, but Mason is buried by the same media. Jordan, I mean, I understand where you're going with that comment, but yeah, I feel like the evidence was pretty damning in Greenwood's case. I think that's why it was a bit different, personally. I understand what you're saying, though, but I do like a look at the Mason Greenwood situation is slightly different in terms of what was out there in the public eye and what was released, and it was difficult to defend. What's everyone's thoughts? What content do we want? Says Kaz. That was a question from what was asked before, I think, from Honest Tiger regarding will I be doing watch-alongs here or on top of the league? I did say mainly on top of the league. We're bringing in a different sort of format with the watch-alongs. It's a bit boring what everyone else is doing, so we're going to change it up a little bit and do it a bit differently. I disagree. There's no way back for him. Sure, we're going to have to sell him for less than he's worth, but the damage to the brand by bringing him back would cost us more. See, you may think that, Darren, but you're talking about a player that's been convicted of nothing, and it could go the opposite way. It's a lose-lose situation. It just depends if people can concentrate on what happens on the pitch. That's the difference. You ever had bacon pancakes? Random questions. Jens, yeah, always love a bit of bacon on pancakes. Stop asking silly questions. Manchester United as a brand will never be damaged. They make too much money and bring too much media attention. And innocent until proven guilty. There's a few of them. Yes, let's get the likes up, everyone. We're talking positive here on the show. We've had a great weekend. Closing in on 30,000 subscribers. Let's get the likes in. Let's get subscribing if you are watching for the first time as well. We had an absolute ball yesterday on the reaction show with Jay. It was brilliant stuff. And yeah, we to actually be talking in a positive vein about a Manchester United performance. First time this season that we had something really juicy to get our teeth into in terms of a performance. The Villa player says, hi, Adam. I love your content. Thank you very much. As a Villa fan, you want to watch my piece that I've just did on top of the league as well, Villa player, because I was talking up Villa's chances of actually winning the Premier League. As crazy as that sounds, 2 points off the top. Man United are 6 points off the top, by the way, everyone. Who'd have seen that coming? Oh, honestly, if you'd have offered me that like a month and a half ago, I'd have said, first of all, you're crazy, and you'd have no arm because I would have snatched it off completely. Let me just see what this poll is doing right now. Out of everyone who's voted, which is quite a few, is 71% think that Mason Greenwood will return to Manchester United. Remember, guys, this isn't what you think or what you want to happen. I'm trying to put you looking at this in the Manchester United eye, the clubs, and how they won't let Mason Greenwood go. Definitely not to the opposition. I just don't see them allowing it to happen. 20 likes away from the 100 mark, guys. You know what I'm like. Get to that 100 mark before the half hour. Come on. You can do it. Everyone in the chat right now, just get liking the video and we're there. We're done. And I think my mods will let me know when that actually happens. Yeah, but I mean, we're talking there. Mason Greenwood is a youth prospect. He's come through. We know the qualities he's got. I want to move it across to Kobe Mainoo now. Garnacho's taken all of the headlines, and Kobe Mainoo right now, I feel he's going to save Manchester United an absolute fortune. He is at the club right now are just absolutely like, wow, yes, thank you. And this isn't just a flash in the pan. A lot of comments came through yesterday, and I sort of watched some of the content back and seen the comments coming in. Jay was talking about this as well, like how Kobe Mainoo was basically the only option left, and this has fallen into Eric Ten Hag's lap. The fact that there's no Anthony, Garnacho plays, there's no Mason Mount, Casemiro's out, Eriksen's out, Kobe Mainoo comes in. It wasn't like that. I was on the Manchester United tour. I seen Kobe Mainoo start Both games before he got badly injured early doors in that Real Madrid game in Houston. Absolutely gutted that he got injured because you could see Ten Hag was working him in. You really could see that he wanted him in that team. So Ten Hag, to his credit, has been waiting for Kobbie Mainoo to come back. He's not rushed him back either. He's had the opportunity to make sure that Kobbie is ready. He's been ready for a few weeks right now. He played in the under-19s. He's played in a game behind closed doors. Absolutely tore it up in both of them games as well. And then gets his chance. Comes on in the Premier League against Everton in a big game and absolutely tears it up. You only have to listen to what Gary Neville said. The composure, the calmness on the ball, that is something that is lacking in Manchester United's midfield. It really is. You look at the likes of, no disrespect to Scott McTominay, but he hasn't got the vision and the calmness on the ball like Mainoo has. He's not that type of player. Scott McTominay has his other qualities, but I just feel like Mainoo, and he has got some filling out to do. He has got to progress, and he is going to get better than what he is now. He's 18. Manchester United have unearthed another gem. He came through that FA Youth Cup winning side that Garnacho shone in. He was in that team, and he was too young then, to be honest, to be coming through. He was nowhere near. You're talking then, it's like near enough 16, going on 17 in that FA Youth Cup final when he played alongside Garnacho. And you look at the progress that he's made through the under-21s over the last season. I watched him a lot there. And now coming through, Manchester United are like that. Oh, thank God. We don't have to spend stupid amounts of money now on a new midfielder. He is filling the gap. I feel like Manchester United now won't go out and buy another midfielder because of Mainoo. I feel like we are not going to miss Casemiro because Kobbie Mainoo has come through. Expect to see this kid play a few more games, quite a lot. But I do believe that Ten Hag will nurse him back in. That's a question I want to ask you guys right now, actually. Kobbie Mainoo now, does he start against Galatasaray? Just get your comments in right now. Is he a surefire starter, or do we have to nurse this man in? Do we have to nurse him into the team and make sure that we look after him properly? Because you can rush players through and you can hype players a lot and then they crash and burn. One good game doesn't mean he's going to tear it up. But you only have to look at the young players in this team right now and look to them for the inspiration and the hope. Højlund, early 20s. Mainoo, 18. Garnacho, teenager as well. Palestra, just turned 21. You've got a lot of young players in this side. And they are the shining light. Manchester United's academy shone yesterday. Yes, someone can criticise Marcus Rashford. He did take his penalty well. And he seemed to go a little bit in confidence after that penalty. But he still put it away. There's one. Scott McTominay played his part. Some would say not greatly, but he's still there. And he was part of the team that won 3-0. You've got Garnacho. You've got Kobbie Mainoo. It's brilliant stuff. And then you've got Hannibal coming on as well. Manchester United's academy is basically holding United up at the moment. And it's been years since that's happened. This is the United blueprint that needs to move forward. Mason Greenwood could actually play a part in that, believe it or not. As crazy as that sounds, you could have a Manchester United academy. You could have players, literally, the average age of Manchester United squad next season will be completely different. You're going to have Varane who's gone. You're going to have Casemiro who's out the door. Amrabat's going to be gone as well, back out on loan. We're going to have a young team. Manchester United need to invest in the defensive area, I feel, more than anything right now. I can see Manchester United, honestly, a scenario this summer, and you can disagree if you want. It's not a problem. I can see Manchester United looking at this and going, hang on, Mason Greenwood, we can bring him back. There's that superstar striker. Cost us nothing. Casemiro's gone. Oh, we got Kobbie Mainoo now. We don't need a central midfielder. Cost us nothing. Well, let's go and spend what we've got, which is probably about 60, 70 million, knowing United and the Bucks. And now we're trying to battle financial fair play on a central defender and get the best in class. A young, up-and-coming centre-back. Manchester United's spine could literally be academy, apart from the goalkeeper. By the way, Andre Onana, shout out again. He's proven me wrong. I have to hold my hands up and take the L on this one. I was calling for him to be dropped out. I just thought he'd crumbled, and I jumped too soon. I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not ashamed to hold my hands up and say I got it wrong, but I did. He has been absolutely immense over the last few weeks for me. And that penalty save against Copenhagen has saved his Manchester United career. We're actually thinking now, Bayinde, he's going to have a pressure cooker January because he's going to have to come in because Onana's over in AFCON. So interesting turnarounds and how things actually pan out and turn up in this game, especially with United are involved. Jens with the super cheers for that, Jens. How can we play crap and pick up all these points? It's simple. You stay solid, you don't give anything away or make mistakes, and you take them chances that come your way. I said it in the preview, and everyone knew I'd written Manchester United off pretty much in this game. I just thought the occasion was going to be too much, but I did say there was a little piece of me saying we could use that bad feeling and that toxicity that's in that Everton fan base. That could have worked for Everton. They could have got right behind the team, and there was moments in that first half where they did, and it looked like United were going to buckle. But if we got that first goal, it would change things. And my God, did we get that first goal? And did we get it at a good time? It literally just killed every little bit of momentum and atmosphere inside Goodison Park. Absolutely outstanding goal. And if there's a way to shut a fan base down, you only have to look at the images from the crowd and the Everton fans. When it went in, nearly every one of them was like that, like covering could not believe what they've seen. Everyone in world football has been talking about that goal. It is the best goal in the Premier League that there's ever been. I'm not having it. I don't think there is any better. And it was better than Wayne Rooney's. I know people are going to bring up, like they have on TV today, saying that, yes, it was a derby, it was a bigger game, more important goal. But let's be honest, when you're talking about technicals, the technical side of it, Garnacho's is better. It is. And the fact that it was his second touch, and what no one has picked up on in all of this was he started the move. He was the one who laid the ball back to Lindelof on the left wing, and Lindelof pinged the 60-yarder into Rashford, into Dalot. Garnacho had made it back across to the far corner, to the back stick, backpedaling, running backwards, throws himself in the air. Goal of the season. Puskas, thank you very much. Job done. Simple as that. Paula Chin says Casemiro not hack and not back. You're not. He says not hack, but I think you mean not back. Not back until January. They said. Hopefully before though. No, he won't be. I can tell you that right now. Casemiro is out till the new year. So is obviously Martinez. So you can forget them two. You have to just deal with what you've got. I can't see Varane coming back into this team while everyone else stays fit now. We're on a run of games that Varane hasn't really been involved in that much, and he's probably the best run of games that Ten Hag's had. Well, he's been in manager, going off points and result-wise. I watched the Garnacho goal 15 times, Adam. I beat you, mate. I think I've watched it about 50 times. Is Galatasaray watch along here or top of the league? Top of the league, Daz. Me and my man Craig will be watching the game on top of the league, and then we'll be straight across there to get the reaction. I think we'll be getting Jay on again for the instant reaction because I know you guys love Jay and his cutthroat opinion. It is what we need in games like this. I think Jay was perfect. Honest Tiger is back in the chat. We must have got over 100 likes because he always drops a membership in every time we get 100 likes. Loving it. Kaz just backing it up. Jump on that membership. Obviously, we had the draw yesterday for the 1988 third kit, the third away shirt. That is a giveaway. Tom, who is in the chat as well today, he won the mystery prize, the second place. I'm still waiting for Rosie to come forward. So this is my call out to Rosie, the member. Get in touch, Rosie. Reply to your message in the community post and claim your prize. She still hasn't claimed it. It's like that missing lottery ticket when you hear about it on the news. No one's claimed the prize yet. Rosie, it's got your name on it. Come on, hit me up. We need to hear from you. Anyone who does know of Rosie or anyone like that, I don't know. But let's just try and get her involved and get her across to me so she can come and claim that United shirt as a prize for being a member and entering that draw. But yeah, it is crazy. Just going back to the vote, I'm going to close the vote down now, actually. Well over 200 votes in there. Cheers for that, guys. 75% think that Mason Greenwood is going to end up at Manchester United next season. That is not their opinion on what they think should happen. It is what they see happening with Manchester United, and we know the way Manchester United are. they can see it working that way. That's how I put that across. If you are just tuning in, that's not a personal opinion, what everyone thinks should happen. It's basically what they think will happen with United in charge of all of this. So, yep, jump on to that. So looking ahead, guys, I mean, I'll be doing the preview, obviously, tomorrow for the Galatasaray game, but I want to know who we're actually thinking should be start. Are we making many changes to the lineup? Are we actually going to go into this Galatasaray game off the back of our best performance all season away at Goodison with the same team? Are you changing anything? Does Wan-Bissaka come back in? People will say Dalot deserves his shot in the team ahead of Wan-Bissaka. He put the assist in. I think Garnacho made the assist look better than what it was. Kelvin says, I love the United vibe. Top comment. Thank you. Thank you. If Højlund is fit, Daz Salford 69 in there with an important one. That's the one I was waiting for, Daz. Are you playing Martial after his involvement in the game? Involved in 2 goals. Let's give him that. Are you playing Martial? Or if Højlund is fit, our 5 goals this season in the Champions League striker, are we letting him continue his run? Is he going to be big? Let's not forget, he tore through that Galatasaray defence at home. He was let down by Onana and United's defence in that game. He scored 2 and should have never been on the losing side. So are we going Højlund back in, or are we actually going with Martial again? Does he get another chance? Do we get the opportunity to not rush Højlund back because Martial decided to turn up? Do you feel like Martial can continue this form? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Daz says Højlund because of Champions League and his form in the Champions League. I understand that. Adam, it's Friday, 1st of December on Friday. Just saying, yes, Kaz knows that there is a big announcement on this channel this Friday. And when I say things are going to change, hold on to your hats. Yes, things are going to change. Just a tad. And there is a slight hint of sarcasm in my voice there at the tad bit. So, yeah. Stay tuned. Friday's live show will be a big announcement for the channel. Yes, big announcements. Adam, a smiling Martial is a dangerous Martial. UK, actually, that actually rings so true. It's like Martial's got the best smile in the world, hasn't he? It's like it's that good a smile. It's scary. I actually look at him and I go, oh, look, he's actually happy. And then I give it another 2 seconds and I go, oh, actually, I don't know about that. He's looking a bit freaky now. So, yeah, happy Martial is a happy Man United because we're not carrying a player and it's not 10 men against 11. And I mean that in the kindest respect to Martial because you know where I'm going with it. He just isn't consistent enough for me. He really isn't. But I actually do. I actually do like. I thought he'd play a part in some way. I said it at the start of the watch along with Craig. I said, you'll see moments from Martial in this game and you'll go, wow, that is a player there that Man United have got. There is someone there. And then he'll disappear. He didn't touch the ball for the first. I didn't think he touched the ball in the first half. I didn't see him contribute at all. And then, so we're getting people here saying that we should play Martial on the left. Rasmus centre, Palestre on the right, Wan-Bissaka right back. Are you forgetting about Garnacho, guys? Did this man not just score the best goal that we've ever seen in the Premier League? And he's not even in the team. I can't believe some of you lot. Did you forget about him? I'll give you the chance to actually come back in the comment section right now and come back and actually cover yourselves a little bit here. Martial on the left wing ahead of Garnacho. Are you serious right now with that one? I don't think so. I don't think people have thought that through. Yeah, no, Garnacho stays on the left. Simple. Having Santa on the 1st of December, says MT. I know you all intrigued now about what I just said in the announcement, but yeah, we are changing things up. Absolutely loving it. So you know what? I'm loving what's actually happened over the last couple of months on the channel, and like how you guys have taken to it. It's just it just takes me back to the good old YouTube days. That's what was good. That's what it really is. It feels like a real YouTube channel again. That's what it feels like. And you know what? We're actually closing in, believe it or not, already. And we've been going, what? Just over maybe 2 months, actually, because we're coming to the end of November. So the channel's been going back again, serious, for the last couple of months. And we're nearly at 100 members. That is absolutely crazy. 100 members. So many more subscribers. It's brilliant stuff. So on that note, guys, I think that actually calls out for another like on the video. Share the video as well. Sharing is caring. And let's big this up, because I feel like when we make the announcement on Friday, you guys will know how serious this is going to be. And going forward, I cannot wait, because you're all going to be along for the journey with me. And that's what this is all about. Like I keep saying, I love it. Don't want to see Rashford play at number 9. Don't think anyone does, mate. Rajat, no one is wanting Rashford at 9. Stick him out on the right-hand side. That is the only place I would ever see Rashford in the United team again now, for me. I don't want to see him anywhere else. No, thank you. Honestly, Manchester United could line up with an academy front row next season, couldn't they? They were as crazy as it is. I think Honest Tiger's just trying to get us up to that 100 members mark on his own. I think you contributed about a quarter of them members. Get on that membership. It's been gifted again by Honest Tiger, legend of this channel. Absolute top banana. Great stuff. Thank you very much, my friend. He's just the gift that keeps on giving. Christmas has come early when you've got Honest Tiger in the chat. It really is. Galatasaray away needs to be more experience, because it's very intimidating. So Garnacho off the bench for me. That's what I would go with. Anthony, completely disagree with you, mate. Sorry. Intimidating atmospheres. Yeah, this is Man United, mate. Garnacho benched for Raja. No, I'm going against you both. You're both being poo-pooed on this one completely. You don't take Garnacho out of the team. We're taking Garnacho out and putting Palestri on, and you're talking about intimidating atmospheres. Kind of contradicts the argument a little bit, doesn't it? But no, Garnacho for me has to be starting. Has to be starting. See, Barry there has jumped onto that membership. Thanks for shouting out as well, Barry. Really appreciate you bigging up Honest Tiger as well in the chat. Galatasaray is a must-win game. Manchester United need their best players. The players that actually have really shone this season for us. Honestly, I would not have an issue again, and I keep saying this. One day, we will see Højlund, Garnacho and Palestri start a game. And I guarantee you Manchester United win that game. I just see the dynamism there in that front line. They all look after the ball better than anyone else in our front line. And I just feel then, if then players like Martial, Rashford are not happy with it, then you got to come on and make your mark. That's what being at United is all about. That is everything at United. You need to be ready to go when called upon, and you need to take that opportunity. Otherwise, you're going to fall away. Some will say it doesn't really matter at United. Look at Donny van der Beek. I understand that argument. He isn't ever going to get into that United side. He's one player that needs to be outed completely. No disrespect to him, but he's wasted his last 3 years of his career. Waleed says, we need another fast start and an early goal or two. A fast start in Galatasaray would settle a lot of nerves, mate. It would. Is Istanbul more intimidating than Moss side? I don't think so. Sat says that there. No, probably not. But to be honest, Garnacho isn't going to be happy if he doesn't start. No, I wouldn't be happy after that. Imagine scoring that goal and then being benched the next game. I'd be pretty pissed off, to be honest, wouldn't you? I think anyone would be pissed off with that. Start earning that bread. Rashford suspended spotlight. Oh, yes. That is interesting. That is very interesting. I actually wasn't thinking about that. I wasn't going to play Rashford because I like Palestri anyway, but going to be, I think, I've just got a horrible feeling, and you all know that I've liked Anthony. I've given him his chance. I feel like he hasn't been as bad as what people have been saying. He's had a stinker this year. I'll admit that. I don't think he was criticised fairly last season, but this season, yeah, I can't even back him up this season. I think he's been poor. But I can see Anthony coming back in for Rashford on the right. Martial may keep his place if Højlund's not ready, but if Højlund's fit, he will start and Garnacho will be on the left. We don't need to worry about Marcus Rashford. Maybe and Martial will come on and play a part in the game again. I would love to see Palestra Garnacho and Højlund, maybe I'll get my dream front line in the game this weekend. So, yeah, it could be the moment. This could be the game where I get what I've always wanted. Them three up front, that youthful, enthusiastic front line. That's what I want to see. I do. And yeah, midfield, well, Kobe Mainoo, I would play him. I can see how Ten Hag won't, and maybe Amrabat will come in. Not as quick a game as the Premier League. Is it more suited for Amrabat? Kobe Mainoo off the bench. I can see us sort of nursing Kobe through. There's intimidating atmospheres. And what a week to be coming back and making United main, debut. I mean, if you manage to get through Everton away, Galatasaray away, and Newcastle away, and Kobe Mainoo comes through all of that, we have definitely got a player on our hands. I think we have anyway, but that's going to go a long way to convincing a lot of people that we are going in the right direction. Is Donny back fit? If so, play him if he's going in January. I wouldn't play him in a game this important, mate. Honestly, he's long gone for Donny van der Beek. It really has. There's no chance he's coming back. Another gifted membership. Honest Tiger's got competition. 3 new members today because Steve Brindle has donated another membership. Wowza. Cheers for this, guys. Brilliant stuff as always. We are going to get to that 100 mark with memberships very, very soon, the way it's going. Absolutely great stuff. Can we get to 150 likes? What are we on right now? Somebody tell me in the chat. I love it when it comes up when people tell me where we're at. We can't be a million miles away. Thanks for that, Steve. Brilliant stuff, mate. Loving the this is why I feel like this channel now is going to go forward onto big things, onto the new next level. Once we get past that 30 subscriber mark, we are moving forward full steam ahead to the 50. And you never know what next year brings. You never know. We could be chasing down that silver plaque by the end of the year. The way things are going, it's just, I wouldn't put anything. I wouldn't say no to anything. The way we're moving, it's great stuff. Oh, we're only 15 away, 16, 15 likes away. So everyone in the chat, just like the video and we get the 150 mark and everybody's happy. We go away. I'll tell you what, if we get 150 in the next 5 minutes, then we're going to beat Galatasaray. If I offered you that, what do you reckon? Go for it. One thing's guaranteed as well, guys, in the Galatasaray game is goals. Bad defence, Galatasaray. Honestly, I was there at the first game, Old Trafford. We should have won that game. We basically gifted Galatasaray to win. We should have had a lot more than what we actually got. I think it was a good job we scored 3 goals, actually, this weekend in the Premier League because we were falling way behind. We nearly had, if we had a good game in Galatasaray and we didn't have such a good one against Everton, just as an example, we could have had more goals in the Champions League in 5 games than we have all season in the Premier League. We've only got 16 goals this season in the Premier League. What have we got in the Champions League? What did we get? 3 in Bayern, 2 at home to Galatasaray, 5, 6 with Copenhagen, another 3 away to Copenhagen, 9 with 2 more games to go. We're actually scoring plenty of goals in the Champions League. We just can't keep the ball out the back of the net. That's how crazy it is. We also need to win against Bayern. Yeah, I feel like, well, so if you look at the table now, you've got Bayern are clear, 12 points. Galatasaray are on 4 points. Copenhagen 4 points, and we're bottom on 3. So you're expecting Bayern to beat Copenhagen. So that would keep them on 4 points. Manchester United, if we beat Galatasaray, we automatically go second. And 6 points. We then just need to better Galatasaray's result against Copenhagen. I mean, both of them are going to basically be fighting it out for either hoping United lose and they can qualify for the knockouts of the Champions League or actually staying in Europe in the Europa League. United just need to get 2 wins. I think we can beat Bayern at home, as crazy as that sounds. I feel like they'll probably be resting players because they've already qualified as group winners, which they will be after beating Copenhagen this week. So honestly, I feel like Manchester United somehow still have a chance. It's only through Bayern being so far ahead of everyone else that United actually have got a chance. But we finished second in the group. It's what was expected at the start when the groups were drawn. I didn't think we were going to get ahead of Bayern Munich as group winners. We're into the last 16, and that's good for United. Maybe we get lucky with a draw. I mean, the best teams in the competition, Manchester City, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. We can't get City. Bayern Munich, we've already played. We can't get them. Worst we can get, what? Real Madrid. I think that's the worst we could probably get. There's plenty of teams to still be afraid of in that next round. But yeah, I feel like Manchester United should be going into this week now confident off the back of the Everton game, and hopefully we can get that win, which puts us in a decent position going into the Bayern game. Our destiny in our own hands. That's all we want. That's all we want going into that last game. It's all we can hope for. And if it is Old Trafford under the floodlights, maybe this team actually turn out and actually get us that win that we need. A draw might even be enough against Bayern in that last game. If you're going off, well, Galatasaray beat us. Say, for instance, they leveled it up and they beat us. We beat them. Goals off goal difference head to head, I think. So we just need to better their result that they got against us at Old Trafford. And the draw might be enough because if we beat them, we'll be 2 points ahead of them. And then a draw, and then we'd be level points if they beat Copenhagen in the last game and we drew with Bayern. So there it goes into head-to-head. So we may only need a draw. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting last day if Man United get the result. But let's concentrate on what's in front of us. This game against Galatasaray on Wednesday is massive. Massive. Honest Tiger in with a question there. If you had to pick one to win, would you pick Galatasaray or Newcastle? Oh, that's a tough question, that, mate. That really is. I don't want to ruin the momentum in the league, but I don't want to be in the Europa League. I feel like Manchester United can lose to Newcastle and beat Galatasaray. I feel like if we don't beat Galatasaray, but we beat Newcastle, the Europa League is going to come back and bite us on the ass in the Premier League later down the line. So I would say beat Galatasaray and lose. If I had to choose, I'd choose to lose against Newcastle. I would. I think we need the Champions League. I feel like this squad isn't big enough. We at least need to make the last 16. So even if we did go out the last 16 at that stage, we haven't got any extra games going into the normal busy period. All we've got is the FA Cup. And I think this squad can then bounce back in the league and concentrate on that going forward. So I'd pick win Galatasaray, lose to Newcastle. Which one would you guys pick? It's a great question from Honest Tiger there. Adam, that was a school run. Would you rather question? You rather question what? Adam, that was a school run. Would you rather question? Oh, right. I know what you mean by that. Or would you rather? Sorry, it took me a minute to actually figure out that. Yeah, the old would you rather. So, would you rather lose against Galatasaray or lose to Newcastle United? What are you saying, people? Let me know. Get in the chat. I want to know what you do. We'll lose both, says Lou Water. Thanks for the confidence booster, mate. Cheers. Win Newcastle and Galatasaray. You can't be greedy. Come on. I put my neck on the line and chose one. You have to do the same. We're all in this together. Come on. We're going to win both games, Adam. United. Can't pick both. Lou Water, I liking that. Good comeback. See, that's what I mean. I like the banter. As long as you come back, we give it, we take it. That's what it's all about. Football bants. Anyway, guys, I think that will wrap it up right now. Win Galatasaray, says Barra. Beat Newcastle. We owe them. We owe them twats. Nice one. Not sitting on the fence. I'll go win against Galatasaray. Win against Galatasaray. But yeah, I think that pretty much, if we lose to Galatasaray, we won't get Europa. We could still get it, mate. We could still get it. That's the worry. So, no, I'd rather just win. Let's just beat Galatasaray, eh? One game at a time. Guys, that pretty much is it. Cheers for tuning in. Did we actually make the 200 mark on the likes? Oh, you guys let me down. You let me down. Get liking the video quick and get to 200 so we can finish the stream. Someone actually let me know, because I can't see it properly until we get to 200. I'd rather lose to Newcastle. Anyone know why Jim deal is taking so long? Any chance of Qatar still in the race? No, Dean. No, they're not in the race, sadly. It's just the Glazers again trying to nail down them last bits, them finer details to make sure it suits them. So, yeah, sadly, we just have to wait on Glazer time, which we know takes forever and a bleeding day. But yeah, still waiting for them 200 likes to hit. But I'm going to have to finish the stream anyway. I'm sure it'll hit 200 by the time it goes out later. Get your comments in when it does show up. I'm finishing the show right there. Mason Greenwood, do you feel like he is going to be a United player again? Next season, maybe. Scouts are hovering. Someone's going to take him. Do United have the financial clout to actually let someone go like that? And that's like that. So, yeah, let me know what you think, everyone. And that is it. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Brilliant stuff. Loving your interactions tonight again. It is a ball. I love these live shows. And there's more to come this week. We'll see you for the preview tomorrow. And then obviously we're back live for the game on Wednesday as well. Have a good evening, everyone. I'll see you through the week. Bye-bye.